Women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, you Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to off because they know when I come over, their children can get some outlet Jordan. I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, to a lot of girls in poverty. So I'm winning.
A feminist woman revert back to just being a regular woman.
Yeah, yet again, circumstances.
Circumstances.
Yeah.
What circumstances would it have to be?
Poverty.
Living in the car.
Yeah, not knowing where it what.
Tell me. So poverty would change her stance where she would be more submissive to a man and
hypergamy. Let me just say that word, hypergamy.
Okay. All right.
The reversal of it. That's taken away.
Yeah.
And you don't have the same options.
It's trusting black women, but how do we get ourselves as men fixed to be able?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self-Love Over Sacrifice, where we talk about all things related to women's issues. Now, before I show you the third clip of Clifton Powell talking about how he is learning to trust black women, the nerve and the audacity at his big age of being 69 years old, I didn't get the clip of him saying that he just learned how to love at 69. That's a totally different conversation, but we'll get to that later. But before I show you this, I just want to say this to young ladies out here. You need to understand that these men in our community are very predatory. All men are predatory, in my humble opinion, but especially the ones in our community. This is exactly the reason why they get so angry when we go out here and get these college degrees, these very fancy degrees that help us buy a mortgage and help us go on vacations, buy new cars, have a bank account filled with cash, and especially if you are a woman like myself who is childless, right? And you're not married and you don't have a man living with you and you did all these things by yourself, you are even a greater threat in this community. Now, I know there's some women out there who are probably like, oh, honey, they're just talking. No, they're not just talking. Many men feel that way. They just not bold enough to say it in your face or on a public platform. See, what these men do on these public platforms, they say things that men are not comfortable with saying out loud. This also explains why young males in our community lack guidance and healthy mentorship. Look who is guiding them. There's a lady on TikTok by the name of Miss Erica 1111. And she talks about how when you have sons and you drop them off at the barbershop, right? You're dropping them off at the barbershop and they're getting a haircut. This is barbershop talk right here that you see in front of you. It's just online now. Giving God awful advice to your sons on how to mistreat and use women, how to take advantage of them. This is what they're talking about. This is why it is so important for you ladies to make sure that you are guiding your nieces, your daughters, your granddaughters. Do not pressure them in getting married. Don't pressure them in having children. They need to have their own money, even if they do get married, okay? Even if they do get married and they want children, which is totally fine, they still need to have their own money stacked away just in case that fool act ignorant and she needs to leave. There are women out there in our community who have literally paid nannies to come in the house while they're at work, okay? So that they don't have to worry about daycare. They have someone coming to the house. They have maids coming in the home because they make just that much money to be able to do that without a man. It is disgraceful that we cannot work collectively within our community, with the men in our community, because they're so predatory. That's what they do. They're predatory. They find women to prey on who is down on her luck. They love to prey on single mothers who are broke and impoverished because some man out there left her stranded. I wish the women in our community would stop giving birth to these people. I wish that the women in our community would be more cautious about who they give their womb to, because this is what you are reproducing into society. Bad genes and genetics. Notice how black women can be uplifting of the men in this community, but they can't seem to reciprocate. It is almost an impossible job to do that. Notice how they want to give you as little as possible and put you in poverty, but when they get on their feet, they give women of other races the world. Notice that? If that does not spell hate, I don't know what does. In real time, they are literally showing you who they really are, but many of you continue to believe them. These men have sons, nephews, grandsons who they are guiding with this type of advice. You also have younger men who are watching this type of advice as well. This is not good at all. You still have young women in our community who still want to date these sad sons, grandsons, and nephews that belong to these men on this platform. I am trying to explain to you ladies that you are not safe out here at all trying to date and trying to find love. More than likely you have pure intentions, but these men don't. It's nothing but generational trauma being passed down from these men from generation to generation. They don't want to do well. They don't want to self-improve. And this is what they do instead. Find women to mistreat. They have no desire to pull any of these women out of poverty. They love it when you're in poverty. They love it when you can't leave them and they're mistreating you. They love this. Let's move on to Clifton Powell. These conversations have been going on for decades now. They're having the same conversations, yet nothing has changed. I strongly encourage the women in my community, you need to either love yourself, practice self-love, which is definitely something you're going to always want to do, and also date outside this race and divest. There's nothing over here for you, my love. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you care. Bye.